natural disasters have damaged millions of livestock around the world, billions of dollars in damage to people. In this video, you will see the worst of natural disasters that have been brought to the cattle farms. Please join us to watch this entire video. Now, let's get this video started. The 2023 Queensland floods caused extensive damage to the state's livestock and infrastructure. According to the Queensland Department of Agriculture and Rural Affairs, the flood has caused damage and loss of more than 500,000 livestock species, including cows, sheep, pigs, and poultry. The 2023 Texas floods caused significant damage to the livestock and the state's infrastructure. According to the Texas Department of Agriculture and Rural Affairs, the floods caused damage and loss to more than 300,000 livestock species, including cows, sheep, pigs, and poultry. This cow farm is being rescued from the flood by the farm owners. Strong floodwaters cause many cows to become trapped in forested areas. After a few hours of rescuing them, they were able to move many cows to areas with less water. If you raise livestock in areas where floods often occur, you should listen to the government announcements so you can promptly evacuate and ensure the safety of your livestock and yourself. According to the National Weather Service, which is referred to as the NWS, in 2021, there were more than 1,500 tornadoes recorded in the United States, of which more than 500 caused death and damage. Some of those tornadoes devastated dairy farms in Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, and Oklahoma. These tornadoes killed and injured hundreds of cows and caused millions of dollars in damage to the farms. The camera recorded a scene of a dairy cow being blown up by a tornado. It seems unbelievable. We also know that the intensity of tornadoes is classified according to the Fujita-Pearson scale from F0 to F5, with F5 being the strongest level. F5 level tornadoes can have wind speeds of up to 320 kilometers per hour and can cause serious damage. The amount of material a tornado can carry into a spin depends on many factors, including the intensity of the tornado, the size of the object being scooped up, and the object's height above the ground. An F5 tornado in Moore, Oklahoma, in 2013, swept away a 10,000-ton steel warehouse. Ranchers have faced the terrifying challenges of natural disasters, and they have had to sweat and sweat endlessly to overcome the terrifying consequences the tornadoes bring. The days after a storm are always dark as people try to cope with chaos and immeasurable economic damage. It usually takes years, or even sometimes a few months, to just recover their business. Natural disasters are an uncontrollable force of nature, and we cannot stop them from happening. However, it is important that we are able to prepare and respond effectively. This can start by listening to announcements about potential natural disasters or warnings from government agencies. When there is information about a risk, it is extremely important to follow directions and instructions from the government to minimize damage and protect people's lives. Remember, in such difficult times, community solidarity and support are also important. We can learn from these difficult experiences to build a better future and be ready to face challenges of nature. This dairy farm was struck by lightning while the farm owner was feeding them. Lightning suddenly struck. The lightning shock caused the entire cow farm to collapse and not survived. Bad things happened to this man's farm. He rushed over and checked the situation of his cows. In July 2019, a thunderstorm swept through the Canadian Rocky Mountains, causing hundreds of deer to be struck by lightning. Damage was estimated to be in the millions of dollars. The deer carcasses lied scattered on the mountain, and there was almost no life left. In October 2022, a thunderstorm swept through the snowy mountains in Australia, causing hundreds of sheep to be struck by lightning. The damage was estimated to be with millions of dollars as well. During that day, the storm began to form around 4:00 in the local time in the southern region of the Snowy Mountains. It moved northward and reached its peak intensity at 5:00 in the local time and in the southern region of the Snowy Mountains. The storm caused heavy rain and strong thunderstorms, with wind gusts of level 12 in the area. Lightning struck sheep grazing on the mountain. The entire herd of sheep didn't survive. Not only do natural disasters cause great damage to the community and the environment, but they also affect natural cow farms. After every disaster, the image of cows lying on the vast fields becomes tragic. The efforts that farmers have invested in caring for, nurturing, and developing their cows are put in a difficult situation. To deal with this situation, they often have to harvest dead or injured cows and have them culled to prevent the spread of any diseases that may then arise. This not only causes economic loss but also creates a feeling of sadness and despair for farmers because cows are not only a source of livelihood but also an important part of their lives and culture. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. So, since we don't really have any clue of what kind of difficulties that you could be facing in your farms, please don't forget to share all the problems you're facing and the obstacles you're going through, as this will tremendously help us with our upcoming videos.